Oh.
Hello, 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 my beautiful stones and gems. Welcome back to the Medusa Show. I am your host, Ms. Mama Medusa, and this is the Medusa Show. And as you can see, we have some special guests, some fine black men up in here. I'm sorry, y'all.
Hold on.
Y'all see it. We have the Darren Green Show and L Teddy 27. Let me know what's the T, y'all. Is it L Teddy 27 or 27?
27.
L Teddy 27. I want to be respectful to my guests. So we're here to talk about these whores. We're here to talk about Housewives of Potomac. Before we get into it, I did want to ask, how did y'all feel about the reunion? Like general, like if you had to grade it from A to
I give it a 70.
You give it a C.
Yeah, it's definitely a 70. Like literally, you're really a 60, but you just made it. You made it by the skin of your teeth.
Oh, I don't know. I would give it like a B.
A B? Oh wow.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that bad.
I've seen some bad reunions. This first part was better than Atlanta's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, Atlanta failed with a 59, but I think that it just we didn't get into a lot of things. I normally don't like part ones. Like part ones is always
Actually, I believe we did get into a lot of things. It just got so convoluted.
I feel like it got fucked. It was Mia. It was Mia. Mia is the one who like ruined it. But I feel like we definitely got into some shit. But before we get into the tea, the fashions. Who do we think looks the best, the worst?
God, this is hard because they all kind of look a mess, to be honest.
They all look a damn mess.
Like literally, Candace really, girl, you never missed the mark.
Oh, Candace did not look a mess. Stop playing.
She looked a mess. She looked a mess.
No, she didn't.
And I like Candace. Candace usually always gets it right with the fashions. She didn't do this one right.
And why was the inner part of the dress? It wasn't blue because see, you could have played that shit off. I'm like, we seeing a little tan. I'm like, girl, we could see the inner links of this. Did you go to somebody that do them last minute prom dresses?
I'm done.
That's what it looked like. It looked like you went to somebody for prom, and you know.
Unfortunately, the best dress
to
me was Mia.
I thought Mia was mid.
Even though it was safe, though Mia's was safe, her makeup was right. Her hair was right. The dress, even though I didn't like, she kept having to adjust her titties. But I feel like if that thing wasn't so big that Wendy had, the little thing going up, if it was not that big and gaudy, it might have been better. But that to me, it was distracting. It was just too much. That little thing that was going up. The bottom of her dress was beautiful though, with those little gems or whatever it was.
Yes.
Karen looked a mess. Karen's wig was not fitted. I don't know what was going on with her wig because I could tell the wig line, and I don't know shit about hair. I don't know shit about wigs. I don't know nothing, but I could see that wasn't sitting well. And then the little shears, the naked illusion part, which was all bunched up and crumpled up, and you could tell, like I said on my review, they fitted her probably standing up. Instead of, for something like this, you need to be fitted for this sitting down because you're going to spend the bulk of the time sitting down. That's where so it was all, it was all clumped up and everything. That looked a mess. It looked a mess. I didn't understand the little one shoulder thing. That was a whole mess she had going on. That was a damn mess. And I said that Robin looked like, her dress looked like something they made on RuPaul's Drag Race with one of the girls who didn't know how to sew and hot glued everything together.
I didn't mind Robin's dress. I feel like Robin.
It was a nice little tennis suit, tennis dress.
I thought that Robin, Wendy, and I don't know, probably probably I would say Robin, Wendy. Yeah, Robin, Wendy, and Robin and Wendy. I feel like they had the Robin, Wendy, and Mia. They had the safest dress.
And
But
then
I like.
Ashley, what the hell Ashley had on, girl? This damn.
I don't know.
I
She
like.
be doing too much. She always be trying to be naked and shit. Girl, we're not trying to see you.
And honey had them Jada Pickett Smith cheeks, girl. Them shits was up there, honey. I was
You
like,
That bob she had was not doing it, girl.
like she got a fresh thing of Botox. Looking like she just got off the table.
That basic bob she had going on, girl. Girl.
Girl. In the chat.
What's wrong with a bob?
Well,
there's nothing wrong with a bob. What's wrong with that bob is the question. Honey. That was a mess.
Completely folded under.
He folded it up.
Girl.
No, okay, then we get into the seating arrangement. I mean, I'm kind of going out of order because I really don't.
I like how Andy was like, "Oh, it had nothing to do with me, honey. These are producers. This is the producer's idea."
Well, I don't know. Have we ever? I don't never remember them asking or even mentioning the seating arrangement. So, what was the purpose of doing it this year?
Trying to be messy.
I mean, girl, sit down. Girl, sit down. It's gonna be messy anyway. Sit down, whatever.
They read what people talk about on social media, and they know that, like, you know, there's a thing where if you get seated close to Andy, that means that you're doing your job.
Excuse me.
But the people that was
I don't see how, because Karen, they have a storyline. The first, she didn't say 3 words this whole reunion. Not 3 words.
And she's not even featured in the trailer.
Like she had nothing going on. They could literally vote her off the island this year.
She had nothing to say this episode. She had nothing to say. Like, they didn't.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Honestly, she was giving Cynthia, just chiming in, asking questions just so she could get some camera time.
Sitting pretty, but I mean, well, yeah.
With them high cheekbones.
High cheekbones.
Listen.
Making faces and yawning. She was making faces and yawning.
Yeah, she was yawning. I was like, girl, why they got you looking great.
I did low-key fall out squally when she yawned when they mentioned Robin's married and they put her yawning. I don't know if she really yawned at that time or if they edited it that way.
Edited it that way.
But girl, it was right on time. Girl, I fell out. Bitch.
So did they start with Ashley first or Mia first?
Ashley.
Okay, so they started with Ashley. Child, we could really just drag Ashley all through the mud. Ashley just looked dumb this episode, for real. Her lick back. Get your lick back. Candace got her lick back. And made her look stupid as fuck. Let's start off with the prenup. We might as well just jump. Let's just jump into it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the prenup and how she refused legal counsel.
Dumb. She is not smart. And she did not play this game correctly. At the end of the day, didn't someone say that the contract was running out? What the hell happened? What type of damn contract is this?
Well, it was a post-nup. That was confusing too.
Because that goes back to season 5. Mm-hmm. They were doing the post-nup in season 5. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And we never heard anything. She talked about it, and then we never really heard anything else about the post-nup after that.
But do you remember when she was like, I mean, they showed it in the clips. They was like, yeah, you know, if something and blah, 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 I could get half. I get half. Who believed that? I didn't.
But you know what?
And she said,
I took my victory lap because people drugged me at the beginning of this season. When I said that Michael was going to rake her over the coals, people were in my comments. People were in the chats saying, oh no, she's playing the long game. She knows what she's doing. She had 2 kids and secured the bag. She's going to be a paid woman because that's why she got in here and let this old ass, wrinkle ass man with worms lay his meat off in her box. And I said, the bitch has hydrocephalus. There's nothing in that big ass cranium of hers, and she don't know shit. He's going to rake her ass over the coals, and she's going to end up with shit. And here we are today. And what does she have? Nothing. Nada.
Some child support and spousal support.
And this is why it's important, you know, it's yes, you want to obtain generational wealth, but it's also important to teach your kids how to maintain the funds because regardless of which, Michael is not dumb. Like in order for him to be a millionaire, even whether he inherited it or made it on his own, you have to have a level of intelligence to maintain it. You know what I mean? So for him to be able to do that and sustain it, like and for her to really think that he would ever leave himself susceptible to her getting half of his shit.
Yeah.
That's what I kept saying. I mean, I said this man has to have a team of lawyers that are ready and waiting to make sure that she don't get nothing. That bitch can't even. She ain't getting
Somebody
shit.
got it. It's one of them lawyers did it. I mean, and my question is this, and this really goes to a lot of people that rely on their spouses when they, marry up. They, they come into a relationship where the person is a little bit more secure or more established than them. What the hell were you doing during this marriage? Like, what? I mean, y'all
She
just
didn't even know how much he made, how much he was worth. Like a Google search, something. You don't have no lawyers, no attorneys, no nothing.
But that time when y'all was together, you had his funds was low key your funds. You couldn't wire some of that shit over.
I guarantee you it wasn't. I guarantee you he had one bank account with her name on there, and that bank account had the least amount of money. And he had several offshore accounts, several businesses, and several other things that because he's not even from America. Okay. He's from Australia. He's Australian.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So I'm sure he had several offshore accounts that America and the government of America could not touch. He wasn't stupid by a long shot. And so my thing is, you got all the, and I knew she was stupid because even when she did go to the lawyer and the lady tried to tell her, this is not a good idea for you to be getting a home. The very next episode, she was talking about, oh, we secured the home together. So you're not even listening to people trying to give you wise counsel.
You're not even listening to your attorney. And then you refuse. I'm still stuck on her refusing to seek counsel. I'm just like, why would you? Like, that makes me feel like, well, maybe she could argue that she signed the papers under duress, because who within their right mind would refuse a lawyer to look over like.
She probably thought she had it. Like she was like, "Oh, I got this. I don't need no lawyer. I don't want to spend she."
Oh, that sounds like narcissism to me.
Yeah,
but that's her and her hydrocephalus, inflated cranium with nothing but brain juice floating around and no real brain in there.
Y'all think she'll get something for child support and apparently spousal support too? I mean,
no, she's has.
But the thing about it is, your kids are not even guaranteed to get the lion's share of his business because he has older kids and other kids.
Well, his kids are grown.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if he roll over and die tomorrow,
he can give it to his other children.
Exactly.
I mean, it'll be split.
And those other kids prompt now. This is me going down this road, but his other kids, I believe, are all white. And are you gonna leave a good portion of your money to these half breeds?
They're quadroons. Those kids are not half black. They're 25% black.
Well, yeah, you're right about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because ain't Ashley mixed too?
Yes.
Yes.
those are white kids.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean, and in terms of white supremacy, they still niggas. In terms of white,
the 1% drop. Okay,
one drop rule.
According to the
how these people are.
I don't subscribe to that. Yeah, I don't subscribe.
So she ain't getting shit. And can I just say, and I said this also on my review, Ashley and Mia proved that these girls ain't getting paid the money that you see on the internet and that you think they're getting. They ain't getting paid shit. That bitch ain't got two nickels to rub against each other, and neither the fuck does not Wendy, but Mia. They can't even afford to live in the houses that now they may need to downgrade. Maybe they're trying to live like the other housewife franchises and Potomac. Y'all girls ain't paid like that. Y'all girls ain't got
be though, like because it's season 7. I would think that they would They should.
But
They
here's
should
the
be.
deal:
Mia
in
still
those other franchises outside of Atlanta, but in the other franchises, those women came in with money. So the Potomac, I mean the Bravo money, what little bit they was paying, they was just like, okay, girl, you gonna give me that? All right, girl. I was already sustaining on my own, girl. This
mm,
is just me getting notoriety and being on TV. You know what I'm saying? Whereas these girls need this check. Think about somebody like Giselle. She ain't getting no money from nowhere in America.
What does
Nowhere.
C. Brown said? What does the will look like, and did he open a trust? See,
mm,
these are questions that I'm sure Ashley's dumbass didn't even think to ask.
exactly.
That's the problem.
And what I really was here for is when my girl Candace drugged that bitch with reckless abandon. Bitch, you had all this shit to say. Talk about I was the least talented on the stage. And that was just last season. That was
What?
just last
No,
season.
that wasn't last season. I think it was like 2 seasons ago because it was wearing the last season. It was
That,
wearing the pink dresses.
oh, yeah, that was the all white. That was season 4. That was 4.
Yeah.
You're right. Last season was pink. Yellow was season 5. And I think season 4
Yeah, it was. I think you know what?
was
That
the
was when
white.
she had the first baby.
Yeah.
It was when the white dress is when she had the first baby. So yeah, because you know she done slid out too.
Was that the first baby?
Yeah, I remember.
Because
She
I
should
was
Baby
missing a long
Dean,
pregnancy. So
because Baby Dean was season 5, right? She, Baby Dean was there for season 5, right?
I don't remember. I know. Oh,
He had to be there for season 5.
yeah,
Yeah, and so
yeah,
that means that was season 4. Because I remember Baby Dean being around season 5. He was a baby,
yeah.
and then Dylan came last season,
Dylan,
season
who do
6.
you think look more white? They just
Both of them look white. Both of them look like their daddy. Both of them.
Yep.
Both of them look like their daddy.
He couldn't deny him.
But you jumping ahead, yes, about her being the least accomplished.
Right, and Ashley, and then she said, like you tried to make me feel bad about living in my mama house. Bitch, you ain't got a house to first. Let's call Ashley what she is. What she is. She's a bed wench.
It went, girl.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. By definition,
She is nothing more than a bed wench.
yeah. I said she's a glorified baby mama, but bed wench is more accurate.
Ashley, she just, I mean, like I said, it just she makes no sense to me. Like,
That's why I had to drag Candace when she
okay,
was trying to be nice to Satana
yep.
earlier this season. Why did you let her in your house? Because after that situation back at the old house in
Mhm.
what was that, season 4 or season 3?
She was like, "This
With,
your mama house."
with the butter knife.
Season 3.
That was season 3. She would never come in another house of mine again in life.
Was it
Exactly.
season 3? I don't remember. Yeah, it was some. It was some one of them.
She
Yeah.
would never come in another house of mine in her life. And when Ashley was sitting down with her in her house, I was like, no, ma'am.
Mm,
No, God.
Only for the next episode for her to betray her and
yeah.
try to drop some tea
Exactly.
about. But how much you want to bet? I could see Candace, being friends with Ashley next season. I low key feel like they have some sort of arrangement. Like, all right, bitch, we're just gonna go at each other's throat every season. But it's all we know what the tea is. We see each other type shit.
I feel like they are like that now. Like it just seems these arguments and beefs.
But where do we draw the line in the sand? When you start to come for my husband and my family, to me, that's where we cross the lines that we can't cross back over. I'm sorry.
It's the same thing with Mia and Wendy. I mean, we jumping all around, but you cross the line when you throw a drink at me and try to assault me, and now next thing you know, I'm opening my coochie up to you and showing you my vagina. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's how I don't understand how any of these women are friends with Giselle. Karen should not be friends with Giselle because Giselle came for Ray. Fucking she came for Michael and Ashley. She came for Chris and Monique.
Did she come for Michael and Ashley? What I forgot.
When I thought that was season 2, when that stuff first started to come out about Michael allegedly
ass.
She came for Eddie and Wendy. Now she done came for Chris and Candace. Why y'all trying to even still be nice to this lady when her
Exactly.
raggedy ass ain't did nothing but try to break y'all apart? And the one season when she allegedly had her baby daddy tried to come back and they had that fake ass relationship or whatever that was. What was that, last season? Yeah, that was last season. And we was all looking at that mess like, girl, what is this? Because Jamal is not, he wouldn't even hug her.
Yeah.
Girl.
And then how about they talking about Giselle is supposedly dating some light skinned nigga
How
from
about
another
it?
show
How about it?
who looks half her age.
Like
It don't even look like he like women. So no, I'm just playing. No.
You ain't lying. You are not lying, girl. Girl, because I was thinking the same thing.
When you said it, when you was thinking it, she started having babies after the post nut when she discovered she wouldn't get anything. Well, she still ain't getting nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't no tea.
I thought she had already had baby Dean when they started talking about the post nut.
Yeah.
Because the
She
post
did.
nut was, I vividly remember the post nut season 5. But I think baby Dean was born. Either baby Dean was already born or baby Dean was being born. Because I remember her eating the placenta or something like that.
Who did that? Ashley?
Actually,
Don't do that. Don't fix your face because my placenta was encapsulated.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'm not eating it all raw, but I'm still eating it.
Oh, what so y'all do y'all cook it or?
No, you put it in like pill form.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I had a professional do it for me.
I could have sworn I thought the
I
Kardashians
think that's what Ashley did. I think that's what she did. Or did she eat it whole? I don't remember, but I do remember her talking about she saved the placenta for eating or ingesting of some sort.
Mm.
It's very nutritious.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah.
So is semen, from what I understand.
Look,
They talk about she has a key to. Did we talk about her having a key to the house?
him
I
having
believe, child,
he got
Michael Darby owns that house, so he can roll up in that house whenever he wants.
You think her name is on it?
Nope.
If her name isn't on it, then how can she then say like, "Oh, I think that at 30 years old you should be able to take care of yourself"? It's like, what?
She couldn't take care of herself. She done told us that the whole damn season.
She still can't. She still can't. So
Exactly. So she's a hypocrite, but that's the colorism that has a seat comfortably sitting next to her on the couch.
yeah.
If the colorism is sitting in between Wendy and Ashley.
And I think it could have been a little bit of jealousy too, because I mean, Ashley did come
Oh,
up.
it absolutely is. That bitch grew up underneath a bridge in Tent City. No, I'm serious. Like she grew up like under the bridge.
I don't think she grew up under the bridge. I think that her stepfather lives under a bridge. But still, I mean,
wow. I mean, started from the top. Now we're here.
At the end of the day, her mammy is fucking a man under the bridge or lives under a fucking bridge.
Right. Your mom, the bearded lady, Barnum and Bailey's favorite.
That's basically what it gave. Like it was very much new money versus old money, but like in this instance, like new money was being a little bit too old.
She don't even have new money. She has no money. Girl.
I mean, she has her Housewives of Potomac checks, but
like I guess she tried to have the whole nepo baby discourse with that situation. Like, oh well, I work for where I'm at. I worked. You didn't. Okay.
What did you work? You worked that on the side of work that dick.
She worked putting footprints on ceilings. She was making Oregon Trail on somebody's ceiling because them legs was in the air. That's all the working she did.
That period. So yes, she has a key to the house. There's a situation with a hockey player.
Now, can I say this? I don't think it made any sense to introduce the hockey player or the guy that Giselle was seeing into this because we never saw them on the show.
Right.
It was never a part of the season at all.
Right.
I don't even know the point of them introducing it in the reunion when it was never a part of the show at all.
Because they don't have nothing to talk about, so it's just like, oh well, we might as well like spice it up, like talk about this.
But I guess they got to get 3 parts. So
right.
But you know what I mean? Look, that hockey player looked a little good. I ain't gonna lie.
Did he?
He did a little bit.
I mean, I get now the guy who Giselle allegedly is dating or who she rented from rentman.com.
He looked
He
good.
looks good.
Yeah.
I gotta see this man. I gotta see him.
The hockey player, he was giving me Croy vibes. He
He
looked
was
like
no, not Croy, honey, not Croy.
The hockey player gives me his name is Brett or something like that.
Not Brett. Not Brett.
Post note was
Tyler.
3. Post note was 3 after they separated. Initially, he didn't want to have Keys, but he pressured him during season 4. T.
I'm about to look up what Giselle Man look like. Hold on,
no, the post up was season 5. No, I vividly remember that because the post up was the last season that Monique was on.
Right.
The post up, it was that last season Monique was on. That's when that post up came up. I remember that.
Did you like Monique?
Now let me say this: I didn't have a problem with Monique until
the conflict with Candace. Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a problem with Monique. Quiet as it's kept, I like Monique better than I like Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I always like Candace more.
But when the fight broke out, I wasn't team Monique on that. The Monique, it was I couldn't go with Monique on that.
It was weird.
But the people, listen, that was a hard season. Listen, I got great numbers on my reviews that season, but the comment section
was toxic.
Oh my God, those people, they were like MAGA people. I did a whole video saying that Team Monique is just like MAGA, and they drug me again in the comment. I didn't care. At that point, I was here for it. I encouraged it. Y'all would drag me anyway.
Team Magnique. I'm done.
I like Mon. I did. I really did. You know,
it was like you had to be one or the other. You couldn't pick though. You couldn't go in between. It was no, which is why I don't understand why people would team Karen, because Karen was playing both sides of the fence.
Yeah, she was. That was a bad day. Like when that fight broke out, child. Then Monique over here on the side talking about.
And I really listen. I already couldn't stand Ashley, but when Ashley decided that she was going to do these documents in court about Candace, and then she wasn't even there for the fight, and you don't even know what happened. Mm-hmm. You was in the bathroom. No, she was. She was in the bathroom the whole time.
Ashley ain't never like Candace.
By the time she came out, the shit was over.
Yeah.
I'm mad that the court case got kicked out because I wanted Monique to be prosecuted. We can talk about that all day.
Not prosecuted. I wanted her arrested the day of.
Okay,
you over here, you spewing out threats. I'm like, girl, where's the court?
I'm done. Okay. We talked about Ashley far too much. We gave her more attention than Michael gives her.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
Me and that damn embezzle.
So listen. When I did I'm about to leave. I'm about to go pour me another drink while y'all finish talking. I'm serious because I don't have nothing to say about Mia. She talked. I can't tell you what she said. 1 minute is 3 members. 1 minute is 3 members. The next one is 8 members. 1 minute she got a rash on her ass. No, she got a bump on her ass.
It was an oversized skin tag. I don't know what the fuck she had going on.
That was a boil. Everybody know they get the boils on the behind. Child, you gotta sit on the tub for a little bit.
And then that caused her to have to get her breast checked out, and now she's getting her uterus checked out.
Girl.
She worse than Kim Zolciak, child. Girl, you done.
Girl.
Where is your scooter? Where is it?
No, nobody worse than her. But I mean, she up there.
I mean, Mia, girl. See, Mia is one of these people who the people around her just allow her to lie, and they don't say anything, and they just let her go. So I guess she thought she could come on the show and just throw out the lies like she normally does, not knowing millions of people are watching this and are fact checking everything you say.
And you got Giselle on your team.
Who's gonna add some sauce to it?
Like her or hate her, Giselle will get the information, or she will allude to the information.
Fuck that. No, fuck that. I'm sorry. And I know we're jumping ahead. But I wanted to jump through the fucking screen when Ashley was like, well, Giselle, she added sauce to it. Shut the fuck. You're lying.
Everybody across the country was like, bitch, shut up. Ain't nobody asked you shit. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody asked you a damn thing. Sit your ass down over there before you get drugged too. Because Candace was dragging Giselle at that point.
She was.
Yeah.
She was dog walking Giselle, and I was here for it.
I felt bad though. I did.
Why?
Giselle
deserves no sympathy.
I was like, oh my god.
Did she talk about her uterus?
No, I don't even care about that. You want to know why?
Hold on. We're not there. Let's keep
going. Yeah, Mia happened. She's the liar. Nobody cares. She's a liar. She has no money. She's broke as a joke. Now, I really believe she even lied about Gordon and his financial well-being. I don't think Gordon had no money to begin with. I think Gordon had retired, cashed in his retirement. You can get a big, nice lump some chunk of change if you cash in all your retirement at one time. And she went spending all that man retirement, and now they just broke. They ain't got nothing else to show for it.
Living on their savings. How the hell? What?
Because there's no way you gonna tell me you own businesses but rent your house.
Yeah.
You own businesses, plural, but you rent your house.
I would think that you would at least own one property, at least one.
You could have cashed in the rent you paying for all them other properties and at least bought one house.
Yeah.
Like, make it make sense.
And then it's like, oh, well, we're bi-coastal. And it's like, even though it's all on the same coast, but it's like, even if that's the case, that makes even more sense for you to own one of your properties if you're always jumping from one place to the next. And then she wants to talk about, like, well, if you guys don't understand business, like, girl, I don't think you understand business.
Right. It's not us, it's you. The problem is you, not us.
Period.
Girl.
Hey, Xavier.
I love when Giselle popped in there and said, well, it seems like it's a little bit of embezzlement going on. I was like, oh.
Giselle needs to shut the fuck up.
Right. She wants everybody, because her makeup line lasted 2 hours.
Ooh. Exactly.
2 hours.
I just want somebody to.
I'm not looking to you for nothing on business, Giselle. Nothing.
They got that podcast. Well, now Eminem trying to sue their asses, but
I heard about that.
I hope he take them to the cleaners.
Oh,
I did too. Usually I would never support a white man taking.
Hey, IMC Brown. Hey, Xavier.
Hey, y'all. I usually would never, what's it called? Like, defend a white man taking away from a black woman, but them bitches.
Yeah, they're not all the way black. Ooh.
I mean, honestly, they're half black, so if you put them together, they make a white woman. If you're being completely honest.
Wow. Like, girl, she want to tell me, oh, I'm the CEO, but you got voted out.
How y'all get voted?
I own more than 40% of the company. How did they vote you out then?
Girl, you own 10.
Because even if they did vote you out, wouldn't you still be making profits off of that 40%?
Right.
Unless they bought you out.
Yeah, they can't vote you out. They have to buy you out.
That's what I'm saying. Unless they bought you out. Yeah. Or buy you out, I should say. So they would have. So you would be having the money from the buyout. Like, none of this shit makes sense.
It don't. And for her to sit there and shut them down, talk about something, well, you guys don't know nothing about businesses, so I can't have this.
Neither do you.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. But continue on.
But yeah, Mia. When I was looking at that screen, I'm like, girl, what the hell? What's she talking about?
Girl, Mia real. And no, remember when Bravo Andy, Miss Cohen, drug Mia real fast when he talked about Ashley and how Ashley was having threesomes to be with Michael, and Ashley said, well, I want monogamy now, and Miss Cohen looked at Mia, well, you don't know anything about that now, would you, Mia? I said, bitch,
Miss Cohan, Andrea,
Girl, Miss Cohen, girl,
Andrea. That's her name, child. She's a Miss.
Andrea, Andrea,
Not have hiccups.
Miss Cohen. You ain't have to do her like that, girl.
Yeah, well, I do what I need to do to keep my man. I'm like, and
I bet you do.
when she said that, I literally cringed because no, that is not. So that's the reason why you feel Gordon is because you accept that okay, we have to do this because this is going to keep my man. No, if that is
None of that even makes sense because she tried to pick at Ashley, said that Ashley didn't secure the bag. Bitch, neither did you. You ain't got no bag either. Bitch, your hoes are broke. You're just as broke as Ashley. So you talk about Ashley ain't secure the bag. Oh, she needed to have another baby. Well, bitch, you need to have another something because you ain't secure the bag either.
let me look up this girl net worth, child. Let me look at this girl net worth. Hold on. I bet you it's 100K.
I don't believe none of the networks no more. None of them. Because there's no way. Remember, we looked up, they said Ashley was worth like $5 million.
Oh hell no, they saying 5 million. Hell no.
Ain't I don't believe none of that shit.
You living on your savings and your net worth 5 million. Get no.
Make it make sense, please.
Your net worth is
that woman said she ain't secure the bag. Bitch, neither did you. Cause you ain't got no money. Y'all ain't got two nickels to rub against each other.
But Medusa, what did you think about the part where she said, "Well, you know, I do what I have to do to keep my man"? And I'm just like, I hate when people say that. It just was real cringe. I mean, I get it. Like in some instances, you do have to do things to keep your partner, but like, if that's not what you want to do, if you don't want to do threesomes,
listen, she know what she got, and that's just how I look at it. Like she knows she got a nasty ass old man, and I honestly agree. That's what she has to do to keep her man. That's not. I don't think that I would encourage.
But but when she says she has to do what she has to do to keep her man, I don't think it's about her man for both her and Ashley. I think it's about her because she wouldn't be with this old shrivel up, gray pubic haired having fucker if it wasn't a third person there that she may be more into than she is into him. So that's how she keeps with her man by introducing this third person that she can stomach being with sexually. And if they can give her man some on the side and that can keep him happy, girl, we can keep going.
You talking about the best friend?
Or any woman, because
whoever it is, right. Jacqueline or whoever.
Could be.
You think Mia's bisexual?
Mm-hmm. I know she definitely.
She already said that
with the whole Wendy situation, though.
Yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, you know she probably get down like that.
I'm not mad at it. At least she know what she got to do to keep him. I do think that once you get married, things change. It's like, okay, yeah, we was doing that, you know, when I wasn't married, but now we're married and we have a family. But I mean, hey.
Yeah, she said, you know, when we started having kids, like we don't do all that stuff now. I'm like, oh no, y'all just probably got a dungeon or something. I
think she was saying like we don't be bringing people to the house and shit.
Oh,
okay, like kids are there.
Yeah, be confusing the kids. You know, you got to be a little bit.
Speaking of confusing the kids,
hey, lovable Denver.
Hey y'all, everybody that's in the chat. Isn't Ashley the same age as Michael's kids?
Child, I think so.
And he has nothing to do with. They have nothing to do with him. They don't fuck with Michael.
I think that's what Ashley told them. I think they just don't want nothing to do with Ashley black ass.
I can see
that.
You
said Ashley black ass.
I can see that.
Oh, not that little prejudice, child.
Mm-hmm. You go over there and look at them Australians and see how they treat the Aboriginals and all of the indigenous people over there.
You got a point.
No, Australians are mean, child.
Well, why the fuck he with a black well, a half black woman then if he don't like niggas? Because it's a fetish?
Yeah.
She's a Bedouin.
And that's her.
And she was willing to let him sleep with every man up and down the eastern seaboard and not say anything about it.
Beard. That's who Ashley
exactly.
That's true. Because regardless of how open-minded you are, You ain't about to be grabbing people's asses and sucking dick and all this other shit.
Now I could have sworn I seen that picture of him because there was a nude picture of him leaked online. It looked like it came from Grindr. To this day, I'm telling you, that man is on Grindr.
Yeah,
Probably, I believe it.
And I seen it so far. Old man, he don't look good, but the body was. I was like, okay, all right.
No, thank you.
You can have it. You got it.
I don't eat pork.
Not I.
I eat pork and I wouldn't eat him.
Nah, I eat.
Oh God.
Yeah. Now we need to do a palate cleanser after that.
Yes. I'm sorry. We're going all off, but Ashley, you are so dumb. You were sleeping with this man for 10 plus years and you don't have nothing to show for it. All that dick you had to suck, all that ass you had to eat. Come on.
I'm pretty sure he could have gave her like opportunities, like networking stuff. Like you could have been doing something with your businesses with the money that you invested being with him. Like what the hell were you doing during your wedding? I mean, during your marriage?
Stupid.
Yeah. But let's not pretend like this is so foreign. A lot of women, they get married to these men of means and they don't maintain it and they don't know how to sustain the lifestyle once it's over. I mean, not every woman is Shawnee O'Neal. Not everyone I don't know why, but not everyone has the sense to wire money off to their mother, allegedly.
Okay.
Girl. Even though Shawnee O'Neal got out a little too early, and baby, he's worth a lot more now than he was when he was with you. But that's a whole nother story.
Really?
She just needed a little bit. She just needed the platform. That's all.
He's worth a lot more now than he was when he was with her.
Well, she got 5 kids out of the situation. She probably couldn't take no more.
Ooh, 5 kids, girl.
She has 5 children with him. Yeah.
Yeah, and she got Basketball Wives, which is coming back. So
Shawnee O'Neal ain't hurting off nothing.
She ain't hurting. I'm not saying she hurting at all.
No, but she could have got more.
Yeah. If she was playing the long game.
Are we done with Mia? I've been done with her.
Yeah,
we've been done with her. We've been done.
Okay.
Yeah. What else was going on? It's
with Mia?
No, I'm saying what else was happening during the reunion.
Oh, Candace.
They went to Candace. They started talking about Candace.
Candace and Giselle.
Oh yeah.
I just want to get this one part out that didn't have to. Well, it did kind of have to deal with Giselle. So when they said that Candace had 6 embryos and everybody was happy for her, and Giselle was like, "Well, what do you do with embryos?" I went back to the fact that her daughters had no clue of what the female reproductive organ was, how it looked, or how it even functioned, and it just made sense that her daughters had no clue how their own body works because their mom doesn't even know what to do with embryos.
Now, I just want to say, fuck you, Teddy, for making me defend Giselle. But when she said that, I took it because I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, when Candace said that thing about the embryos, I was like, okay, so what does that mean? Like, are they gonna? I don't know how the IVF treatment works. Okay, so I'm like, to do that, does it mean that they implant it in you and then they fertilize it? Is it already fertilized?
The embryos are the eggs. That means that
I know what that is. I'm saying, like, when she said she had 6 embryos, I'm saying, like, are they like, where are they at?
That means that these are eggs that are viable, that at any given moment when they say we're ready, they can use those embryos and go through the process of having Chris's sperm injected into them and have a baby. It's just at this point, it's just waiting on them.
Oh, see,
girl, had them children now.
Darren, did you know that?
I didn't know that shit.
I don't think it's a matter of not knowing your what's it called, your anatomy. I think it's just not being well versed on IVF treatment. This shit is new.
Yeah.
It's new.
I didn't know nothing about the child. I know a couple of things. In vitro, I know going to a sperm bank when you want to have a child. It's I don't know that. I don't know that stuff. Okay.
Listen, it's new. Okay. I was like, okay.
IVF is not new. IVF is older than all of us.
Okay, it's a new concept for us. I don't know.
I wouldn't look. I don't think Giselle would know that. I mean, she's not.
I didn't know that. I don't think the average person knows how IVF works, like the process of it. That's all I'm saying. Listen, not me getting defensive because I was just as confused.
I mean, but if you know a eighth grade biology class,
No.
embryos and eggs, that's how animals are born.
Well, we know about that, but it's the treatment that she was doing. Like, I think that's what's kind of the
Yeah,
disconnect.
because Wendy was like, "Oh, you're gonna have 6 kids," and I was just like, "What?"
I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's what that means. So
Like,
basically, I
girl, you
didn't.
don't have them kids now, girl. You is still.
You think she
And
gonna
she
do
doesn't
it?
even have to carry them herself. She can have a surrogate. Because if you remember, that's what Candy did with what's the boy name? Ace,
No, Blaze.
Blade,
Blade, whatever his name is.
her name.
What was her name?
Her
Yeah,
name, his name, whatever the child name is. Ace is the older one.
yeah,
Yeah,
the one that looked just like
Did she
Todd.
carry Ace?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
so cute. He's so cute.
yeah.
And Blade was the one with the surrogate.
Right.
Blaze look just like Candy.
Does she?
She got that same mouth, the way the Candy be. You know, don't talk about my man. Girl, let me stop.
Not my man. Not my mama. My man.
I can't wait for Real
No,
Housewives.
and Xavier, the reason she was taking shots was what they do is they inject them with certain hormone treatments to cause the eggs to come faster than they normally would, or because eggs come with your cycle, and so they give them treatments in order to get them to have the eggs come faster than they normally would.
So did she freeze her eggs?
That's what they do. Once they get viable embryos and or eggs, they will freeze them. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so she'll save
And
them.
so now she can put them back in.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they'll sterilize them before they put them back in.
Child, human.
Fertilize.
They'll need for they'll fertilize.
I said
They
sterilize.
don't. You don't want sterilization.
Right.
That's what we don't want.
Right.
No. Now I'm sure they also probably froze Chris's
Sperm.
what they'll do a lot of times with the husbands, because a lot of times sperm count can fluctuate with the men.
Mm-hmm.
And so if he has viable sperm count now and so forth, they'll freeze both of them, both the egg and the sperm. Now, what it sounds like they did in this case, they may have, I've heard situations where they'll go ahead and fertilize the egg and just freeze it at that point, so it doesn't continue to split and grow into a full fetus or whatnot. And
Mm-hmm.
so they'll fertilize it, freeze it right then, and then hold it until they're ready. But that's what it sounds like they did within this
So
case.
weird. So they can freeze. So if they don't freeze it, it's gonna start to grow. Like if they put it together, they can, and they don't freeze
Once
it.
that egg gets fertilized, just remember, human embryology says everybody has had sperm in their mouth. The place where the sperm enters becomes your mouth. The opposite side of the cell becomes your anus. Little known fact. but
Okay.
yeah, once you start, it starts the process
Even if
of,
it's
I
not
think the
in the
first
womb,
process is blastulation.
even if it's not in the womb, because at this point it's not in the womb, right?
It
If you,
doesn't matter. It's going to start to do what it needs to do.
That's
And
right.
now what
it probably
happens
won't last
is
long because it's not in a
it
human.
could die if it doesn't have all of
Yeah.
the things around it that helps it sustain its growth.
Yeah.
It'll die. But when you do what you got to do with it, it's going to start doing the process is going to start.
But see,
That's
they're
great.
trying to find a way for you not to put it inside nobody at all. You can have it in like an incubation chamber. Or
Oh
whatever.
my god.
That sounds cool, but it's in the future.
No, I wouldn't want that.
Really?
I wouldn't trust it.
You wouldn't trust it? Yeah.
Why not? It's probably easier and safer than the natural process.
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry. Yeah, but some people like the realness of it. Like,
I
No,
mean, I think the whole fun is making the baby.
yeah. But see, at that point, they said you'll be able to like edit the baby in ways that you can.
no, I feel like
So
there's too many
not that they
complications
don't
that come
do.
with that.
They don't go through that process of altering or editing the baby. I'm not saying that that's not possible, but that's generally not. Their whole thing is we want you to be able to have a baby.
Yeah.
Last question. How old is Candace?
Candace is, I think, 34. She's something like that. I think she's 34.
So was she having fertility issues?
She may not be ready. She has this, music career and stuff like that. These things happen.
Got it.
When
Okay.
some people be like, it's not time yet.
She's 36.
That makes sense. So yeah, so Candace and Giselle start off, and Giselle apologizes to Candace for calling Chris a sneaky link.
Mm-hmm.
And Candace told Giselle to shove the apology up her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Rightfully so. Giselle then asked, would that look good up there? Giselle, you so tired. You just so tired.
I'm glad Candace explained that Chris didn't apologize, but said, if you felt some kind of way before they saw all of this, I wouldn't apologize to her at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have told that bitch shit.
Because that gave her a little bit, that gave her an ounce of, see, I was right. Now,
But didn't I say at the moment he did that, she would immediately take that as an admission of guilt? I said that.
And but my thing is, like, even after he apologized, she's like, oh, okay, well, he apologized so we can move on. And I'm just like, is that how that works? If you really felt like you were violated and someone apologized,
that's how you know she made that shit up.
Exactly. And someone apologized to you, I would think that it would not be that like cut and dry. Like, okay, well, you apologize. Like, there's no apology. You violated me. Like, there's no moving forward.
There's no moving forward. But I will say this, and look, I've talked to a lot of people about this, and I had the same opinion. What the hell were they doing in that damn room? I would still have questions. I know his intentions were pure. I don't think his intentions.
But we still have not deduced who asked who to the room.
Yeah.
Because if I go back, she said, if you remember when this first came out, well, I thought my glam squad was in there, but when we got there, they weren't there. And then she even admitted when she asked him to leave, he left.
Okay. Still, y'all was in that room. Is it
a hotel room or a dressing room? Or is the dressing room the hotel room?
If it's a hotel room or nothing. If I go to your hotel room with you, if I'm going to give you an example. Me and Darren are two men who like men. I can go to Darren's hotel room and we have a conversation and we not have sex.
Yes. No, because we're friends, but I'm thinking like, obvious, if I was with somebody, okay, let me just say this. I'm with somebody, it's my man, it's my husband or whatever, this, that, and the third. We go out on a trip or we go whatever. And I'm sorry, but my other friends in the community having a conversation in an enclosed environment, I got some questions. Call me immature, call me insecure. I don't care.
That's valid. That's valid. But then if you then tell me I felt inappropriate and I ask you, did he say anything? No. Did he try anything? No. Did he do anything? No. Did you ask him to leave? Yes. Did he leave? Yes, he did. Where are we at?
Maybe she was trying to say just because he's a man, like you felt somewhat intimidated. But
maybe she might like Chris and she was projecting because she if she could control her own feelings. Raggedy heifer who will never get no dick.
No lies detected. No lies detected.
Darren, I will be with you if there was anything, but we asked her a million times all the questions. Did he say anything? No. Did he try anything? No. Did he do anything? No. Did you ask him to leave? I did. Did he leave? He sure did. How were you uncomfortable? That discomfort is all in your head, and you're projecting that on him, saying that he whatever made you feel uncomfortable, and the man didn't do anything according to you that led to your discomfort.
But let me say this, because I'm gonna bring up another show. That time where Kenya wanted to have this conversation with Apollo at their smoke thing, public environment, and it still looked off. It just looked off.
Well, no, I'm sorry. That's a false equivalence because Faye gave Kenya explicit directions to stay the fuck away from her husband after they had already had an inappropriate interaction. Okay, so there was already history there that was highly inappropriate.
Kenya had no reason to be there. None.
I told you. I set a boundary. Stay away from my husband. Can you go on with that bullshit?
Okay.
And none of that was the case with Chris. If anything, like Candace said at the beginning of the season, Chris was good with you. You and Chris ain't never had a problem. Chris ain't never tried anything. Chris ain't never, y'all ain't never had no smoke. Ain't never been a even glimpse of this. But now all of a sudden, you uncomfortable. Girl,
I
I
do
get it.
want to know what the fuck they had to even talk about to begin
I
with.
wanted, yeah, and she to this day she doesn't remember like what the conversation was about, but it was like, oh, it could have been about Candace, complaining about her. I'm just like, okay, well, what'd he say? And let me tell you something. I'm equally as girl. What the hell was going on with that situation with Giselle than I am about Chris. I want to know what was said in that damn room. And if I was,
I don't know that anything was said because she said she asked the man to leave and he left.
and I hope Andy or whoever asked Chris what was said in there. Is that going to get brought up? What was said?
But I don't even think it matters what was said. I don't think that has anything to do because we clearly know he didn't say anything inappropriate to her. She already admitted that. So even if he was talking about Candace and how Candace made him upset, because that's what is alleged that he had a problem with something Candace said at the reunion, and he wanted to talk to her about that.
I knew what he had a problem with.
But
what?
That don't have no bearing on what you call it, uncomfortability.
Because this happened after the reunion, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, no, it was
the Nikki.
He was upset about Nikki. I'm not trying to bring her up just because, but I'm just saying like that was the reason he was upset at Nikki because she was drilling into Candace, if you remember, about her music career.
But no, he said he was upset with Candace, not Nikki.
That's what Giselle said, and we know Giselle's a liar.
Giselle said it, but we know because like
our resident Barb here is gonna make it be about Nikki Minaj.
I forgot who it was.
Our resident Barb here is gonna make it about his girl.
I forgot who. Somebody did say it was about Nikki.
No, because when they stopped filming allegedly because it was still rolling. He was talking to Candace. He was like, "Yeah, I ain't like them questions. Like she was asking, like she was really drilling into like." And this is why the Barbs was coming for him on Twitter that night. Like it was saying some shit. Like I didn't think he was mad
because somebody can't say that they don't like the line of questioning that Nicki Minaj.
You know how Chris get. He got like a little.
But again, what that got to do with Giselle? Why did you talk to Giselle about that? About Nikki?
Yeah, that wouldn't even make sense for him to have to talk to Giselle about that.
It doesn't. That's where it's like I don't know. Maybe something did happen. I don't think so though.
Anyway, she went on to drag Giselle, and I was here for it.
I felt bad because
Wendy
chimed in, and I was here for it.
I was here for all of it. Bye, AMC Brown. I told my friend Fefe needed to tell Apollo to stay the F away, not me. That's true. I have some things to say, but we're gonna stick to our Housewives of Potomac. I'll tell you that's in the chat. Okay. So yeah, they mentioned the Victorian era. We kind of already touched on that. Giselle has a pattern of messing around with people's husbands on TV.
She does.
No lies detected.
And hold on, back to the Victorian era. The way Andy fucking said that shit. Well, I don't really get into the straight relationships, but I just know, like, it's is it really that? Is girl, damn well your girlfriends is not in the same room without you with your man.
I mean,
I'm not gonna go that far. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Now, one thing is not gonna happen. I'm not leaving y'all in my house by yourself with my man. Now we all in the house together, and y'all, I might be in the kitchen and y'all in the living room talking by yourself, or vice versa. I'm not even no way bothered. You know what I'm saying?
I know how these girls work in the community.
But at the same point in time, if I gotta be that paranoid, then it's time for me to question this relationship to begin with.
Thank you. Like if me and my girlfriend,
I need to choose better friends, and I need to choose a better boyfriend.
I agree. If me and my girlfriends was like at a hotel and or me and a group of friends and my man was at a hotel and like we're on the beach or something and like they have to go back to the hotel room and it's like, oh yeah, I left something in the hotel room. Oh, okay, I say, can you open the door for her? Like, I don't need to come with you guys to
How
make
far is
sure.
I'm that way.
Not me asking how far is the way back.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm not. I gotta be that paranoid, and I hear what you
Uh-huh.
said because I know the girls a long time.
Uh-huh.
But if and when I got to be that paranoid, one or two things is need to be removed. Either those
Yes.
friends need to be removed, or
Uh-huh.
my boyfriend needs to be removed.
I do think it's me though, because I do have I got trust issues.
Because if you got to worry like that, he's gonna do it anyway,
Right.
or it's probably already doing it, and you just don't know.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna cover his tracks. If you got to be worried like that, he ain't gonna be that sloppy.
Period. Giselle's dwindling uterus.
I'm here for the dwindling uterus.
I didn't like that comment. There was people on
I
Twitter.
did.
It was tasteless. And I know Candace, she goes in a little bit too much. That's her thing. I'm
sorry.
That could really offend other women that's going.
Darren.
I'm neutral.
When you go to the history, this is shit that Giselle has been owed since season 1. Every reunion, we get to the reunion, and some kind of way, deflections and all kinds of shit happens, and Giselle never gets drugged the way she's supposed to. The only season we got a little bit was the Monique season in season 5 with the Trapper Keeper. Shout out to Erica De Niro TV. But with the Trapper Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the only time Giselle got a little pow, and they quickly deflected off of that when they put out the whole thing about Jamal Bryant having some other chick on the side, because we knew that shit was a freaking fraudulent relationship from the beginning anyway. But that was the only time. But Giselle has been old shit for a long time, and she'll never get nothing. And the other reason why I don't care that she mentioned the dwindling uterus is because you're not going to try to come on this reunion. And I said this when it was me and you, Darren, and try to do the Marlo Hampton and garner sympathy with your dwindling uterus. And you didn't bring that up not nary time this season, except for the season finale at the very end. And it was like, where the fuck did this come from? Now you got to have a hysterectomy. You worried about everything else in the world, but you ain't worried about your own health issues. You worried about Mia's health issues, but you ain't worried about your own. But now you looking for sympathy for us because you need to have your uterus take you and your raggedy ass uterus that wants out of your body. Your own uterus wants away from you, which is why I'm rejecting you, you raggedy piece of trash.
Stop it. Now listen,
I'm just thinking of people that are watching this that are also going through it too. Like,
but I wouldn't compare. I think that's two separate things. If somebody's dealing with that, me saying something about Giselle and her dwindling uterus does not correlate to me saying that about you.
I just feel like, considering the fact that Candace is also going through IVF treatment, and like
that's not an illness.
That damn double karma, that double karma, honey, will hit your ass.
It's not an illness, but it has something to do. It's still within the same regard of your reproductive organs. Mm-hmm. So for you to talk about one woman's shit dwindling, when I just thought it was just like,
that's like apples and oranges to me.
But she was in the heat of the moment, and she was playing spades.
That was a rehearsed read. It was not in the heat of the moment.
And I was here for the rehearsed read. Sometimes you got to have your shit set up. Check that box. That landed. Check this box. That landed, girl. Because if you're gonna go on the show like this, you need to have your reads ready, just like you had your outfit ready, just like you had your makeup ready, just like you had your hair and shoes ready. If you don't come there with your reads ready, you ain't got your good Judy who done scripted you some shit. Bitch, I've been watching all season. This is the shit you need to say to that hoe. When she say this, bitch, you say that. When she say this, bitch, have this locked and loaded. I was here for it. Everybody does that. Everybody does.
And I think we just looked at Giselle's response, like in her face, like she gave them little puppy dog eyes. I don't know.
Does that every reunion, Darren? She does. She always like, What are we talking about? I don't know what you're talking. That's what I thought I heard.
It's giving
I don't
damsel in
know.
distress. Yeah, she
She
tries to.
always every single reunion, and people have sympathy for her. And now it's y'all are picking on Giselle when this whore has been picking on people the entire season. But now at the season finale, we supposed to feel bad for her. No, I don't feel bad for you. Drag her and her raggedy uterus. I have no sympathy. When she's around here and see y'all caring about her and her raggedy uterus when she has no care about people's whole family.
Yeah.
She has
I'm with you
no
when you're right.
care about your marriage and everything you got. She will throw any lie out there. She'll throw the sauce that she wants on
I
there. She'll
hated
do
that.
all of these things and won't have a care and won't bat an eye and say, "Oh, that's just what I thought I heard." But now I need to care about your dwindling uterus. Fuck you and your uterus.
I agree.
Die
And
slowly, whore. That's what I would have told her. But see, that's why they don't have me on that. Because they'll be talking about me right now on Twitter. Because I would have said, die slowly, bitch.
Not die slow. Now, Miss Andrew would have been like, all right now.
fuck Andy.
Because his responses, his little, oh wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when they were like, oh yeah, it seems like you're the least accomplished.
When she knows Ashley trying to protect her, let's move on. Let's move on. No, bitch, let's not move on. He always tries to protect Giselle. Every reunion. Don't protect that bitch.
And did you see when he was reading the questions to Ashley about the whole like least accomplished thing? And he was like, she was like, oh yeah, it seems like you're the least accomplished. He was like, oh well, that's mean. No, it's not mean. It's fucking true. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. How you gonna read it? I'm sorry, Giselle. She's like, how you gonna read it and then say that's mean? Like, girl, you picked it. You picked the tweet.
Exactly.
And Miss Andy, Miss Andy, child.
Yeah, Miss Cohen.
Miss Cohanna.
I'm excited for next week's episode. They're gonna bring out. I guess it's gonna be Wendy and Mia going at it. I feel like that's gonna be a snooze fest.
Yeah. Jacqueline with a little.
Bring Katie Ross back. Yo, did y'all see that Katie Ross is working at a gas station?
Oh.
Yeah, she's working at a gas station. She's making like $14 an hour.
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
It's really bad. I think she like lost custody of her kids or something.
Didn't she say she wanted to do that though? Like she's like, I'm working life.
I'm not doing this with y'all.
Girl, how do you go from being a model to dating what's his name? What's the baby fat nigga? The one that's married to baby fat. What's the baby fat? Who's married to Kimora Lee Simmons?
Russell Simmons?
Yeah, she dated Russell Simmons when she was a model.
She did?
Yeah, that's what she said on Housewives on her first season.
I don't think we believe that though.
I do. Why not? He likes them young and tender, and
he does like them,
mixed,
underaged. I mean, they don't got no smoke for Russell Simmons, but all the smoke for Aura. I'm not saying they shouldn't have it for Aura, but y'all need to have it for Russell Simmons too.
Child was like, who the hell is Aura? You know who they need to have some damn smoke for? That goddamn Chris Stokes. How the fuck is he still like moving?
He done got away unscathed too. It's a whole bunch of.
It's because they're boys.
Yeah,
exactly.
And the boys, the only one that came out saying that he was doing this, and they look
at
his story has never changed.
Yeah, his story has been consistent. And someone else came forward too. I think it was Quentin somebody. Someone else confirmed the story. So and
we know that Marcus Houston was assisting him in that. Mind you, we just came out. He just admitted to dating some chick when she was 12 and was a runaway and all of that. But that's a whole nother story. That makes sense because you worked under the tutelage of Christopher Stokes.
Yeah, and them boys is messed up too. I mean, look at Fizz. I mean, he's on OnlyFans showing his,
I mean, him doing OnlyFans doesn't make him messed up.
Him having his balloon knot all battered.
I mean, he ain't got no other way to make money. I mean, he can't really rap. He never really was a rapper. We know he can't sing. So what other thing he's gonna do? He feels like he got a little cute face and an ugly peen. And he's just gonna use that to make. And he know he got a little bit of. He's a Z-list celebrity, so he can make him a couple $100 on the OnlyFans. Let him make his money. He probably making money.
He definitely is. They was.
I don't see why that makes him a whack job because the man want to make money. That's better than working down to the gas station.
Well,
I don't agree. I don't agree. I think they're both on the same level of pathetic. I'm sorry. No
because
shade
you
to
getting more money. OnlyFans, I'm getting more money.
No shade to actually no. Working at the gas station is a respectable job.
But it ain't making as much money as the OnlyFans.
Let's not act like everybody on OnlyFans is in the 1%.
Well, he's allegedly making money.
I'm sure he's making a couple dollars.
OnlyFans shows them what percentage.
Yeah, you could go look that up real fast. How much they making on OnlyFans? They don't hide it.
No, he definitely making money. Like it's definitely a thing.
And at least the work he's doing, he can get some pleasure out of it.
And he's showing ass. The gay market is real.
Who says that working at the gas station isn't pleasurable?
Not as pleasurable as pleasuring yourself. I'm just saying.
Or getting your back blown out. Listen, y'all. How do I show y'all names?
Let me tell you something. I'm waiting for J Bug, but let's go ahead.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm waiting for J Bug. I've been waiting for J Bug the whole time. That's all I'm waiting for is J Bug. Y'all got the rest of them. Give me J Bug.
Got a nice little piece on him too, though. Don't sleep on him.
He does have a nice little piece. So does his brother.
Oh, Omarion.
I don't like Orion. I take Orion over Orion.
Orion, his
I don't know. Orion is my speed though. That's my taste. Orion is my speed. I ain't gonna even lie. But J Bug is the one who I need. That's who I'm waiting for. J Bug.
And you know who else? That dude Spectacular from that group.
Spectacular Meat been all over the internet already.
Where?
Is he one of the girls?
That's old. Spectacular Meat is real old. It's real regular.
I believe it.
To me.
Orion's head is
it ain't as small as Lil Fizz, but it ain't nothing to roam and tell mama about.
Xavier said Orion's head is too pink. I'm done.
Well, I'm not a size queen.
You're not?
I'm not saying that you have to be a size queen, but you need something. If I ain't gonna never get it, give me something to look at. You know what I'm saying?
As long as it's like 5, not
that is
girl, no ma'am. 5 is not gonna do nothing, honey. I'm sorry.
We're not having this conversation no more. We are not doing this.
Bro, you can keep that 5 right on over there. No ma'am.
5 is to me.
No ma'am. Listen, our research study just came out. 5 is not average anymore, sir. It's below average. We're not here for it.
Because y'all wanted to hit y'all damn stomach and y'all damn esophagus.
You could have at least said as long as it's bigger than 6.
Okay, 6 is okay. 6 is
bigger than 6.
Oh, bigger than 6.
Right.
7.
But you going to 5.
7 is big.
Girl. 5. Girl, you got to give me more than 5.
I got too much ass for 5. You can barely get it between the cheeks.
Oh, honey,
girl, 5.
The size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Okay.
And I feel a lot safer in the ocean on a cruise ship than I do on a life raft.
I don't need no cruise ship now. I just need a nice little boat.
A sailboat. Ain't nothing wrong
with it. I don't need no life raft though.
What's wrong with a sailboat?
No, bitch. 5 inches. You asking for
more to do and more fun to be had on a cruise ship than there is on said sailboat.
A cruise ship or a yacht? Because that's too big.
Yeah, you talking about? That's what I'm saying. Y'all want that shit up in y'all stomach? Like I don't do that.
No, I just want you to hurt me a little bit. Just make it hurt just a little.
Okay, come on, Medusa. You got to give me a little pain. I don't want all that. No, you got to give me. Let me know you here. Okay.
How you think I got this baby to begin with, baby? It was a little pain. Pain comes
right. Stop. I didn't know you here. Girl. You know, even my girl in Vogue said, give them something they can feel. Give them something he can feel. Give me something I can feel.
I'm not a size queen. I'm really not. But 5.
I mean, I can get with a good 8 inches. 8 inches is boyfriend size. That's husband boyfriend size.
8 is perfect.
Right. That is boyfriend husband size. Yeah. That's right in the pocket. It's not too big, not too small, and you can feel it. If he hit that right corner, you're gonna feel it the right way. That's good right there.
Perfect. I don't even need 9 is too big. My coochie is too small for that. But 8 is like, okay, all right.
8 is right in the pocket.
7 is good too. 8 is perfect.
But not Xavier said lifeboat save lives.
Get out.
That's when you dying though.
Not a lifeboat.
I ain't dying.
A lifeboat, that's like 4. That's 3 almost.
I'm done. Y'all tell the people where they can find you. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for, kicking it with me on my channel, y'all. Y'all came through. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat that's still fucking with us. And my name is Medusa Show Off. If you have not subscribed, please do. And y'all want to let everybody know where they can find you?
Oh, El Teddy, go ahead.
Find me on El Teddy 27 official. That's where you'll find me. What we do we have to decide when we're doing this New Jersey thing, because I did catch up on season on episode 2. I think episode 3 is what, tonight?
How is it? Like, how is it? Is it worth the investment?
You answer that, El Teddy, and I answer.
Yes. It gave me more than some episodes of Potomac.
So we about to do Jersey? Like, look, because honey,
I done caught up. I think episode 3 was today. So you still got time to catch up. Medusa, you could catch up. Because these Italian women be going at it. And I'll be here for it.
Okay, well,
Y'all remember that season when
even the husbands be going at it.
Yeah.
And I love it when the husbands go at it too.
Yeah. Okay. No, because we about to see Joe and Teresa Nubu get into it. And I'm like, what's about to happen?
Y'all remember that season when, and I stopped watching, I don't know, Jersey just never catch my attention, but y'all remember when Teresa was saying that one of the husbands was like hooking up with somebody in the gym?
Oh, that must have been a long time ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Teresa I stopped watching, I used to watch it, and then I've missed 2 seasons.
I feel like it was like a pretty recent. Yeah, I stopped watching too. It was 2-3 seasons ago.
Teresa used to get on my last goddamn nerves.
I started watching it because the chat said no, do New Jersey. I'm like, let me see what it's giving, because I used to watch New Jersey religiously. Okay, I was there when the Joes was fighting. Okay, Teresa was beefing with Melissa. When Kathy, Caroline, all of them was in there like that. That used to be because I'm from Jersey. I was like, let me watch Jersey.
Not that you want to feel the motion of Joe's ocean. I'm not doing this.
Who said that? Which
Xavier? He's so damn inappropriate.
Melissa's Joe.
Absolutely. They say that the white men on Jersey are gay.
Absolutely.
No.
Well, they could be. I mean, I think. See, here's the thing: white men
are very effeminate.
Yeah, they can get away with doing a lot. Like Joe be kissing and touching people and stuff like that, and they like that. Like they do that. That's how they play. It's a little different in other communities, but I think that they just they act a little. I hate to use the word, but zesty.
Fruity? I said fruity.
They act a little zesty.
Zesty, a little bit of estrogen.
Wait, is fruity not allowed no more? Has fruity?
Well, I mean, it's just an old word. I mean, you can.
Yeah, that's not allowed. We don't allow fruity. We don't allow punk.
Yeah,
we don't allow the words that go down. Now you could say zesty.
I feel like zesty that's to me that's the same connotation as fruity, but okay.
But it doesn't have the same history.
Okay, that's fair. Zesty
or spicy. That's what some people they try to use cold words
because
and say.
You might say he's a little moist.
I'm a little moist.
Because you can't say moist without it being soft and feminine. Like you can't say everything about moist. Like you would never describe a man that you deem to be heterosexual. Yeah, that's my husband. He real moist today. Girl, what? girl, if somebody say, "Oh, your man real moist today," you be looking like, "Girl, the fuck." People want my man to be called moist, and I'm gay, and I wouldn't want my man to be called. Girl, what you talking about? Don't talk about my man.
Zesty sounds like a yeast infection. I'm sorry, yeast that sounds gross. I'm done.
I mean, zesty is it's almost like seasoning. Like they got a little bit of seasoning.
Spice too.
Yeah.
Spice is right. All right, y'all. I'm finna go. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love y'all so much. Where are we going next? Who's next?
Yeah,
so I'll see y'all next week then on your channel. I'm excited. Thank you. Y'all.
Let me know if you. Or did you go?
No, go ahead. No.
Let me know if you want to do the live because I'm gonna go live tomorrow with
okay
Jersey.
I gotta catch up. I can't give him no.
Yeah, I know you, but also because El Teddy, you did kind of you trying to get into it.
Yeah, send me the link. I gotta do it. I gotta meet at 9, so I gotta do everything before 9.
Before 9,
I
okay, we can
bet.
do it at 8. And if you want to catch up, Medusa, you're definitely like I'll send you the link.
I bet. Let me catch up. I'm gonna catch up while I'm nursing.
Okay.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. I love y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. See you. Okay.